Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Good news! Yo, yo, good news everywhere. Looks like dollar prices are beginning to stabilize. Deji Falano, how are you doing? You see, I want to talk about this. And I want to talk about this from a multifaceted perspective. Nigerians love quick fixes. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Double click the screen, double click the screen. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen. If you're watching on TikTok, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm looking for my number one gifter. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm looking for my number one gifter. Waste no time. I'm looking for my number one gifter. Someone said it's bad news for us crypto traders. Hold on to your crypto. Hold on to your crypto. You see, I wouldn't call it bad news for me, but I don't know how to say it. No, it's not 9. It has dropped to 877. Where's that my phone that has USDT? It has dropped. I was talking to one of my neighbors today, and the USDT was going for about 905 about 4 hours ago. It's now 877 thereabout on the crypto market. So me, I was thinking if I just offloaded maybe $5,000 worth of crypto and then bought it back, that would have been so much. I would have made like 300K. I'm just talking me. I'm not even sure I would have made. That's if I had the $5,000 before people go and think somebody has plenty money. 5,000 divided by no multiplied by 905 is equal to 4.5 million divided by 877. Okay, it's finally here. Kalu, where you there? Okay, let me send you code. Sorry, if I don't go and see Kalu, it will look like I'm wicked. Now me in concert. So when it comes in, you guys will just give me like 2 minutes. I'm just gonna run down and I'm gonna quickly see him. Not 2 minutes, like a minute plus. Or I'll keep him waiting a bit. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen, double click the screen. Who's my number one gifter? Make I hail my number one gifter. Shay Peter, that's my number one gifter. Guys, follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter. Wherever you are, always follow my number one gifter. Always follow my number one gifter. Alrighty. So, what I was saying is, it's Nigerians are very good with quick fixes. What do I mean by quick fixes? We have a problem, and then we try to fix it to pacify the people. And this one is not the government's fault, and it is the government's fault. Because the people have been kept stupid for so long. They don't realize that the more we are not borrowing to build. We are borrowing to eat. It's dangerous. Let me explain to you. I want to start a car business. I don't have money. I walk to a bank. I say I want to start a car business. I want to start bringing in G-Wagons. I'm getting the G-Wagon from the US at $200,000. $200,000 times 926. That's 185 million naira. Okay. I will need to clear it, say 35 million plus 35 million naira. Total 220. When I bring the car to Nigeria, I'm going to sell it for 240 million. Abi? So I've made 20 million profit. Now, I need to borrow 220 million from the bank, but I'm borrowing it to trade. So I borrow 220 million and I'm supposed to pay an annual interest times, let's say 25%, 0.25. So I'm supposed to pay 55 million naira a year. But I need it takes me from the time they give me the money, I've secured the car, I just pay for it, they ship it, and I sell it, it takes 5 months. So it'll be 55 million divided by 12. So I'm paying 4.5 million on the loan per year, per month. So times 5, 22 million is a bad deal. But I was just hoping that it would be a good deal, but it's still a bad deal. But you see, at the end of the day, when you borrow to do business, maybe I didn't use the right, maybe if you bring in a car, $200,000, you have to probably sell it at a little bit more. At the end of the day, you are making profit, and then the interest would go from the profit. So maybe you'll be left with 10 million at the end of the day. When you borrow money to eat, the moment you go to the toilet, that money is done. Hello? When you borrow money to eat, it is dangerous. In my opinion, maybe the government knows what they are doing. I'm not trying to go against them. But when you borrow money to eat, the moment you go to the toilet, it is gone. And explaining to people who do not have the luxury of a good business sense. YouTube, I need you to hold on for a second. I think they've put on that same VPN again. Just hold on for a second. It's not connected. Sorry guys on Facebook, I'm so sorry. I apologized. I thought the VPN was connected. I didn't want you guys to have a slow connection. If you're watching on TikTok, on Facebook, big shout out to you guys. Okay, awesome. It's okay. So we in Nigeria, the only way our brain thinks is waiting we go chop. We never think of the far consequences of our actions. We just want to eat. And you might think that, okay, this is happening now because we are poor. No. Nigerians think like this by default, even when they are rich. That is why a petroleum officer will go and steal billions of naira. Now, because if she thought about how it will affect the country in the next 50 years, she will not steal that much. So the mistake a lot of us make is we think that, look at, I was reading a story today. People went to steal the bolts of the train track. So if the train crashes and people lose their lives, on top waiting you go chop. Do you even have a conscience left inside you? But you see, that is, and then people make you see there's hunger in the land. There's hunger in the land. Your mother will ride that train one day and the train will derail. Would you accept that there's hunger on the land? And you see, this seems to make sense. Oh, our government is bad. Nigerians go abroad where the government is good and go and start stealing. Someone says you can't blame the masses for being desperate. That's a lie. Stop that mentality. There are people who are poor who will still not resort to crime. There is no excuse for crime. There is no excuse for crime. It's a mindset. Una be thief. It's a mindset. There is hunger. So you want to go and steal the so do you realize that the train can derail? So there is, as in, anybody that thinks like that, if you are near them, slap them. Now idiot that person be. Do you realize, as in, you are not going to somebody's backyard to pluck mango out of hunger. You are not going to somebody's backyard to pluck cassava. You are removing the tracks of a train that is carrying lives. And you are telling me that you are desperate? You are omoalenie. Oh, you can't down Swenny. People that steal those circles in the road and go and melt for money. People that steal train tracks. It should be instant, as they catch them, they're supposed to come out them from this world at that spot where they still are. There was an accident in Abuja. A guy was speeding on, they had removed the manhole from the road. The guy was driving normally. He entered with one tire, the jeep somersault. If you go, let me tell you, in Islam, they say if you go to the market to still waiting, you go chop, and they can ascertain that you are hungry, they will set you free according to Islamic law. As harsh as it seems sometimes, say you go market, you know you they hungry, you steal one handful of gari to eat or a loaf of bread to eat, they will forgive you. But the moment you go and steal 1 billion naira, is not hunger again. Thief dey your papa body. Now thief you be, they never just tell you true. If you're watching on TikTok, double click my screen, double click the screen. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Someone said the people stealing nuts are the same with politicians. I think they're slightly worse. How far? You don't reach? Okay, they come. Guys, give me 1 minute. Let me check on K. He's not been feeling too well. Just 1 minute. I'm coming back. Yeah. Make una no vex, so I'm so sorry. I did say I was gonna take a minute. Guys, don't go, Abby. Make una no vex, so make una no vex. I don't tell you say I dey come back. uh TikTok people are the only people that love me. 94 people are still watching out of 100 and something. Okay, no, now 68. Everybody don't go finish. Now, don't be angry, eh? He's my very good friend and he wasn't feeling too well. So I had to go and see him and make sure. All right, we're back now. All right, I apologize for that. I should have put Baby Freeze here to be talking to you guys. Oh yeah, the mic is on. So sorry guys, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, let us continue. I'm sorry for that break in transmission. I just had to see him and I didn't want to end and start again. So let's go back to what I was saying. Nigerians have an uncanny way. Nigerians have an uncanny way of fixing things quickly. Carlos say we are here. Now you I go sit downstairs and hold everybody hostage. Now you in there, make una hold on. So back to the topic. We're talking about the $3 billion loan to try to stabilize the price of the dollar. I'm going to read the story, but you see, before I even read the story, I want to share a bit of my opinion with the way things are handled in Nigeria. Nigerians have a way of blaming governments for everything. I'm not saying we have a good government. Our government has failed us over and over again. But you see, you cannot blame the government on your father's fault or your mother's fault. Many of us are a product of the way our parents think. I'll say that again. Many of us are a product of the way our parents reason. We are the way we are because we were given into our parents' custody. And our parents did not understand life better than they did. So the best they could do was send you to school and get an education. Why? Because from there on, let me explain this to you. I'll use my father as an example. Those days, everybody was a farmer until Western education was introduced to Nigeria. And then doctors were doing very well. 1 or 2 Nigerian doctors would live in the big house. You understand? They will dress well. They didn't have to go into the farm to dig the soil. They will sit down in a nice office and attend to patients. So parents wanted their children to be like that guy in that white house or that nice house, having that nice family, earning that big salary, because they saw that as an improvement on what they were used to. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen, double click the screen. Big shout out to my number one gifter. Big shout out to my number one gifter. Adekunle Abdul is my number one gifter. Follow my number one and my number 2 gifter. They're right there at the top. Follow my number one and my number 2 gifter. So, people who wanted to succeed all went into medicine and law and pharmacy and those professional courses. And when I was growing up, my parents wanted to transfer that same mentality to me. My mom's a lawyer, my dad's a doctor. And the idea was, you're going to be a doctor. And I was like, no. I don't have passion for medicine. I don't have the time for medicine. I don't want to live an active life. I don't want to be buried. I don't want to work all my life Doctors make a lot of money, but a lot of people say it's their children and their wives that enjoy the money. Many doctors, home and abroad, don't get to enjoy the money. They work like clock. This thing. Now so doctor life be. This thing, when I dey sleep, it dey work. When I dey shower, it dey work. When I dey watch television, it dey work. It works all day, all night. It stops working when I put it down. But as long as I'm wearing it, it's working because it's got to tell me the time. Italian pikin say every day same story. Oga, go to the point. The point is your father raised a dingleberry. You say you are Italian pikin. You look more like Afghanistan pikin. If somebody goes to your live, you look very hungry, like you are the poster child for malnutrition in West Africa. By now, you should be modeling poverty and penury. But because you have decided to be an olórí burúkú today, ó ti decide pé hàn ọ̀dọ̀ máa yà. Ó ti decide pé ìrọ̀lẹ́ Wednesday wọ́n máa fi ṣorí burúkú ni, you be unfortunate. You came to my life to tell me what I should talk about. Ayé bàbá ẹ̀ ò ní dáa. Bàbá ẹ̀ máa ráriku. Your father will wander into madness. Tó ṣèrè. Are you mad? Chadanu, I don't want to ever see you on my page again. Can I please continue? That's why you are the way you are. You will never learn. Can I now continue for the rest of us that are here to learn something? If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen, double click the screen. Fola Itokoka, God bless you, my sister. So, that same, and you see, do you know why I say this? He was right in one thing. I say this all the time because you don't get it. You don't get it, and you will not get it. I've not heard the word penury in a few years. You just missed the brand ambassador. I just raptured him. So anyway, let me continue what I was saying here. So that's what they wanted from me. I'm having issues with Instagram. Just hold on a second. No vex on the fiber optic they do anyhow. Talk Beauty. That's my number 2 gifter. Talk Beauty is now my number 1 gifter. Woo, 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 woo. Follow Talk Beauty. Follow Talk Beauty. Adenuga 01. That's my number 2 gifter. I'm looking for 50 money guns. Who's going to pop my first money gun on TikTok? Who's got gonna be? Anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. So, they had that mentality. Our parents had that mentality. Go to school, read your book. Go to school, read your book. Go to school, read your book. And the question is, how many books Adenuga read? How many books Dangote read? Are they the most educated people in their states? Are they the most educated people in their families? And you realize that the answer is no. We've always had that. Okay, this is what's happening now. Run there. And you see, our parents had that mentality. In our generation, the mentality is everybody wants to be Wizkid. Everybody wants to be Linda Ikeji. Everybody wants to be a skit maker. There's confusion all over the place. People that went to study mass communication, people that went to study theater arts, they are not the skit makers. People stumble upon skit making, they realize there's money there, and then they run for it a mile a dozen, only to realize that only 1 or 2% of skit makers will make that money. You are still even better off being a doctor, because the average Nigerian doctor will eat. The average Nigerian skit maker is doing a menial job and recording skit on the side. The average Nigerian skit maker is hungry. The skit makers where they make money for Nigeria no reach 10%. Those ones they make millions, some even close to $1 billion. It's the copy copy mentality. And this brings us to where we are today. We've never sat down to think things straight. Our parents sit down and blame the government the whole day. We don't have good leaders. We have poor leaders. Leadership in this country is bad. I'm struggling on Facebook. Let me switch it on and take it back up again. Sorry guys, I'm really struggling on Facebook. Let me take it off and bring it back. YouTube on, they don't even understand. Say the easier YouTube on ain't sweet pass. Boom. Just take them out. Finish. And once I rapture you on YouTube, you cannot comment on my challenge again. So, sorry, I'm trying to get back to Facebook. Delete. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm coming back on Facebook. Please just pardon me, make una no vex, because we're having issues with the internet. In the meantime, if you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Who's my number one gifter? Let me throw a big shout out to my number one gifter. Talks Beauty, my number one gifter. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. All right, so we're back on Facebook now. So once again, we're talking about the fact that the dollar is seeming to stabilize and it's going to come down. It's going to come down. It might not come down to the level you want it to come down to, but it would come down. But the sad thing is, when things come down in Nigeria, when things go up in Nigeria, they don't come down. Petrol is never going to come down to 100 and something naira again. Forget about it. It's not going to come down like that again. And I'm not sure how far the dollar is going to fall, but do not expect any miracles. Do not expect any miracles. You see, someone said it's temporary. If the government is smart, right now, they can bring in investment. So if they cushion the rise of the dollar temporarily and investment money is pumped into the country, it can even come down even more. And this time it will be a natural drop. That is if the government knows what they're doing. If they know what they're doing, they will bring it down temporarily. But while it is down, they can bring in investment into the country that will stabilize the dollar. I'll also try to tell you, we're back to us being wicked again. The government tried to pin the dollar around 700 naira thereabout. Why is it 900? Because people are speculating and people are hoarding. You are the problem, not the government. The government did what's best for the people. The government did what's best for the people. Try to stabilize the dollar in such a way that there's no secondary market and there's no primary market. Everybody is the same. But guess what? You quickly went to hoard the dollar. Someone says our leaders are clueless. Can we talk about our followers being wicked too? This dollar rate has nothing to do with the government. It has everything to do with people who are trying to take advantage of every situation everywhere. That's how we Nigerians are. My father will tell you a story about the 70s. When people in the UK did not need collateral to borrow loan to furnish your house. Once you have a job, you just go buy television, everything you need in your house. Nigerian man will go collect all those things, and instead of driving it to his house, he drives it to the port and ships it to Nigeria. What they did to make life easy for them, Nigerian man would think of a way to take advantage of that situation. So a Nigerian man will work in the UK for 2 weeks, 2 years. Within that 2 years, he will collect car loan, he will collect all the loan possible, buy the car, put it on the ship, send it to Nigeria, carry the furniture, send it to Nigeria. Then he will come back to Nigeria. Ask your parents who lived abroad in the 70s when Nigerians did not need visa. Car rental, they will rent the car, drive it to the port. We are not wise. Sean Lee said we are wise. We are not wise. We can't call that wisdom, because you see, the next generation will pay for it. There's a saying that says, live your life not like you inherited the world from your parents, but like you borrowed it from your children. Let's talk about this. 2 ways to look at life. Life is my inheritance from my parents. I can spend it, I can squander it, I can do whatever I like with it. Life I borrowed from my children. I must pay them back with interest. That is how the earth is. That is how life is. Nigerians live like they inherited the world from their parents, while Oyinbo people live like they borrowed the world from their children. So, you see, it is not about, you see, the stupidity of Nigeria is not about living a house for your children. That's the stupidity of Nigerians. You think that by buying land and building a property and leaving it to your children, you have done well. No. Did you create a situation for your children in such a way that they will have a good life, whether you leave the property for them or not? And the answer is no. Abroad, your father does not have to leave property for you to be okay. Simply Vic is in the US. How much property did his father leave for him in the UK? All of you living in the UK, how much property did your parents leave for you in the UK? If you count the amount of people who are watching me live from across the world, and you balance it with the people who actually have property inherited from their parents, you see maybe 0.5%, not even up to 1% of you people here inherited property from your parents. But what you did is you inherited a good society from other people's parents. Until we are ready to address this, any government we put will be as bad as the previous one. Until we are ready to understand that we are living this life like we own it. Somebody say, Oyinbo, they leave property for their kids. Oh. That's not, you don't get what I'm saying. Those of you that are abroad, how many of your parents left property for you in that abroad? How many? So I'm saying there are some of you inherited money in Nigeria that you could sell and come 1%. 99% of you in that abroad went there with nothing and made something out of nothing, because some people's parents left a good country for their children. I don't think you've understood where I'm coming from. Someone said, how many of you abroad did your parents live? Let me ask you a question. How many of you abroad did your parents leave property for you abroad? Forget whatever they left for you in Nigeria. You went abroad with nothing, and you could make something out of your life because the society was good. All of you saying abroad is generational wealth. We are not talking about that. You don't understand what I'm trying to say. You need to slow down. You need to slow down and think. If you were born in Nigeria with nothing, now poverty where they're born in, so you go buy inside that poverty. But if you go abroad with nothing and you are hardworking and you are enterprising, you will make something. Work with me, work with me, work with me. That, you see, Oyinbo parents left a functional society for their children. If you are abroad and you work hard, I know families that started from council flat. From council flat, they started growing. Today they own their own mansion or they own their own house. Their kids are going to good schools. They have property even back at home in Nigeria. From council flat. Baba, he get rise where you don't feel rise for this Nigeria. Unless you have family backing. Now, there are some people, you hear their stories. My mother used to live under the bridge. I used to live under the bridge with her. My mother was a destitute, but I was able to make, in Nigeria is 1%. Abroad is normal story. Abroad is normal story. You were born into nothing, you became something, a normal story abroad, because the government has created a situation where you can grow yourself. If you are ready to work, if you are ready to get education, if you are ready to work with information, the sky is your limit. So I need you to understand where I'm coming from exactly. Nigerians eat like there's no tomorrow. Whatever they see, they devour. I call it the cockroach mentality. Cockroaches don't build nests. Bees, wasps, ants, all build nests. The reason why you are running abroad with nothing to go and meet nothing is because the society is created to favor you if you are ready to work. In Nigeria, whether you are ready to work or you are not ready to work, unless your family is there to at least balance and help you, na street you go there, hunger go they beat you. So what am I trying to say in essence? And I need you to understand, because this is a very delicate matter. We love to blame our government for everything. But have you ever sat down to think about the fact that the government collected money from some thieves who were round tripping CBN money? They were going to the bank, collecting the money at government rates of 400 naira and selling on the black market at 700 naira. So the government came and said 700 naira for everybody, so you cannot steal. But you see, Nigerians know how to create scarcity. This has nothing to do with the government. We now started stealing. It just shows one thing that somebody has said all the time, and I always agreed with it. I've always agreed with it. He said, those in government stealing are better than some of the people waiting in line to steal. You say that the government is bad, they are stealing money, and you go and steal the bolt of a railway line so that the plane can, so that the train can derail. Do you know how dangerous train accidents can be? Someone said our elites are the biggest issue. I totally disagree. The average Nigerian is Nigeria and his own biggest issue. We like blaming our elites, like we got our elites from Canada or from Turkey. No be same we. Poor man we go steal manhole of drainage in the middle of the road. Manhole of drainage in the middle of the road. So the people they get accident by. How is that one better than the government? You are wicked. You are wicked. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Okay, then when they start making excuses, Nigerians are desperate because the country is hard. Nigerians are desperate because the country is hard. When you get to South Africa and you start to steal, is South Africa hard too? Nigerians are currently running a racket of stolen vehicles in Canada. Is Canada hard too? Nigerians are running insurance and credit card scams in the UK and the US. Are the UK and the US hard too? Someone says no wickedness, they are hungry. No, that's not hunger. Hunger is when you go and steal banana. Hunger is when you go and steal plantain. Hunger is when you go and steal gari. Now wickedness. Now wickedness. I think in my entire life, I've only spoken to 2 Nigerians because I know how to read in between the lines. When I sit down with you, I question you. Don't know I'm questioning you. I'm very good at it. I've only met 2 or 3 Nigerians that don't have Nigerian mentality. Tastebud's father is one of them, or was one of them, her late dad. They don't have the mind to steal. The rest of you, you are all the same. The reason why you are feeling righteous is because you are not in a position of power. That's why you are feeling righteous. The reason why some of you are righteous is because you are not. The moment they put you there, you clap for whatever leader we thought was a thief in Nigeria when they see you in action. Or when they put your mama or your papa there, when they see them in action, you realize that Nigeria's problem is not poverty, it's not desperation, it's not hunger. Nigeria's poverty is inbred, inherent wickedness. Explain to me why a Nigerian in Canada is running a stolen vehicle racket. Explain that to me. I understand when you are hungry in Nigeria and you are still, okay, Nigeria is bad. You go to Canada and as thief you won't carry go they do for Canada. Blame that on the government. You see, I was telling you a story and you guys derailed me off that story. The reason why you cannot go to the UK today visa free like you used to do 20 years ago is because of what your parents did. You see, each person that steals and thinks he gets away with it, he digs a hole for his children or his descendants or sometimes the society at large in the future. I'll give you an example. Money meant for good road, you steal it. I want to ask you, the things that good road was supposed to be used to achieve, if they don't achieve it, there will be a deficit in the future. If Nigeria needed 50 billion for infrastructure and you stole 40 billion and you used 10 billion to build the infrastructure, 20 years from now, that 40 billion worth of infrastructure that's supposed to be there will now not be there and will create a deficit in the future. Sometimes it is a financial deficit, sometimes it is a moral deficit, sometimes it is an intellectual deficit. The children you are supposed to educate in Nigeria, you can't educate them, they go abroad, they drain your intellect. The infrastructure you are supposed to build, you've not built it. There's a housing crisis, there is a power crisis, there is an infrastructure crisis, and then there is what you call a moral crisis. You go to the to collect visa. I want to go to the UK for 6 months. 22 years, 22 years later, you are still in the UK. You know what you're doing? You are creating a deficit for the generation coming. The way you were able to walk into the visa office and collect a 6 months visa without much story, your child is not going to enjoy that privilege. The next generation is now going to go and they will look at you and tell you want to run away. They did it to me before when I was in Cool FM. They said I wanted to run away to the UK. Then after struggling, they finally gave me the visa. I had to write them letter. They eventually gave me the visa. Then one day I wanted to travel with my first son, Ayo. And I got the tickets. I just felt that he's a kid. His father goes to the UK and comes back. There's no reason why they will not give him visa. I apply for my son visa. They say I won't carry the boy around. But now I write the embassy letter. I say I understand if not me. Where is he going to run to? You asked for his parents. I gave you all the documents you needed. Blah 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 blah. Luckily for us, we wrote them. They invited us and they reversed it. That was the quickest I've seen them reverse a visa. That was it was done within 3 days, and they gave him his visa, and we traveled with it. But what am I trying to say is the reason that boy was rejected that visa was because of what somebody did 10 years ago. I had a house, I had a job, I had money in my account, everything I needed to have, I had, but they denied him the visa. And they've denied me visa too, to go to the UK. I was going with Basket Mouth. They were going to have a comedy show, and I applied for it, for a visa. We all went to Abuja. I flew to Abuja, and they gave everybody except me and one other guy. I was able, as in they rejected me visa. They rejected me in Lagos, and then they rejected me in Abuja. Why? Did I deserve to be rejected a visa? No. But because of what Nigerians had done, I didn't have an EU passport then. I was still trying to get my EU passport. The moment I got it in 2007, I stopped using my Nigerian passport. And then I used to be very cold to them. I was traveling one day. I got to the UK. The woman said, show me your Assisi Nigerian passport. Because I was coming back to Nigeria. She started talking to me rudely anyhow. I can't see a visa on this. I just gave her my Romanian Assisi. She just gentle. Baba, Niger. And it is the way it is. Somebody say they don't show me shake. They don't show me. That was 2005. By the time I got, the Kukuma gave me the visa in 2006. So I was able to travel freely throughout 2006. 2007, I got my EU. I did not need visa again for the UK or for any part of Europe. Let me tell you how bad it was. I used to work in Cool FM then. They will apply for visa for people to go to France or Monaco. They go down book, say they won't go do events there. Or more, they no go give everybody the visa. I go, they sleep from my house. They'll come wake me, say, you are traveling tomorrow. At a point, it looked partial to all of my colleagues because it looked like they were favoring me. Meanwhile, na suffer, na stress. There was a time, one very popular actress that they say has a mental, whatever it is called, issues. She was supposed to travel. They had booked hotel, they had done everything. Baba, last minute, they don't give her a visa. They don't give any of them visa. Now, so they can't wake me from my house, say, you are going to France tomorrow. I say, you don't even know whether I don't program babe for that week. Baba, now so I go wear my clothes, show up at the visa, back, collect. I will show up at the airport. You don't know what it's like traveling without a visa. You just show up at the airport. Once you have your ticket, you go there, you show them you have. I'm in France the next morning. I am now doing work meant for another person. The person is in Nigeria, feeling like I took his spot. If you are watching on TikTok, double click my screen, double click my screen, double click my screen, double click my screen. Oh, Yvonne Koleade, my number one gifter, and Talk Beauty, my number two gifter. Follow my number one and my number two gifter. Oh yeah, double click the screen, double click the screen. Let more people see this. Bye-bye. When I was using Nigerian passports, I knew Heathrow, I knew Gatwick very well. I knew the side of the bus that was going to come out in immigration. And I knew that the more the crowd, they attend to the first set of people quickly, then the last set, they go question on attire. So I always made sure I was among that first one person that if you decide, say, make the open floor for your head. So I always put myself around number 8. So I watch all the customs officers, immigration people. I just watch all of them. You go see one guy where they tired, maybe he just ask you 2 questions. Next. You go just the stamp visa, they go. I mean, go just the stamp entry, they go. Then you go see one guy, anybody will stand for him, go stand 30 minutes. You will just know, say, this one, nah, eleribu, avoid. Then you see some that are not those stampers, but they are not so wicked. You go see some people, once you stand in front of them, just know that they'll carry your paper and you before you know you don't go another place. Just know, say, wahala go day. Me, on the other hand, I don't study, so I go just day. So I don't program myself, say, okay, after this guy, this guy, so it go be my turn. Sure you get. So that wicked guy don't stand up. I don't calculate and say, no go reach my turn as that wicked guy go. So, okay, I have the other ones that are okay. So I now try to move myself along the line in such a way that, I don't, as the last person move, he remain make I go meet the good guy. Out of nowhere, the bad guy just appear back. You don't go hand over the person to another set of people, go to search in whole body. He just appear. Luckily for me, he no look up. He say next. As he say next, I just bend down, they tie my shoelace. I just tell the person within my back, say, please go, let me tie my shoelaces. Mumu. He just go, bah. By the time I tie my shoelace, when nothing do, as I stand up back, I don't see, say they don't they carry and go where they carry everybody to go in it. The good girl just look up, say next. I just walk out, she don't even look my face. That's why I take enter, Papa. Niger Pali. Hey, somebody sent me a mirror bloom. Oh, thank you so much. Lizzie Clark just sent me a mirror bloom. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Now, Mumu now. Where as I bend down, do shoelace, him go fall on top me, we go allow the person. Papa, you know they look, Mumu, you go do that kind of place, go they listen to earphone. When do we say they shake me for you? Nigerians can Mumu. You know, say your paper girl as it be. You know, say if they put you under scrutiny, you go begin to shake. Now that time you decide, say you want to hear music. Me, I go just do like this. They study everybody. Gently. And they say if your eye waka too much, they go say, hey, you be suspect. So I'm just gently, they study everybody, say, okay, now the good guys be this. Now the Olori Buruku one be this. Now so I waka go meet one immigration officer one day. What are you here for? I'm here to attend an event. Now, she asked for my, I don't know what happened that time. She even asked for my invitation. As in, Baba, they asked me for everything. Like I was doing visa interview afresh. The woman now said, in my letter, my invitation letter, they wrote that I was a DJ. Mumu person where I say make a write a letter for me. Do you understand? He go put DJ. Who tell you say I be DJ? But he just say I like DJ. So The woman don't throw me story. Say, so what do you do for a living? I say, I'm an entertainer. The woman can't look my page, he can't say DJ. I just scream. As I don't give her the paper, she don't read them. I don't know, say, yay! Say trap. Because whatever you say must be. So she can't ask me. I don't know, say she did come back to that question. So me, I don't reckon for her. She can't ask me question round. No, say she did come back that DJ. And I will. So I should ask her the answer and politely, calmly, with a smile. As in the first time when I crossed that immigration, now so my hand is shake. As in my hand, so I had to force my hand to stay on the table because I felt at that one, my hand is shaking like this. I was so scared. This particular one, I don't they enter the commode, so I don't know my way around small, so I get confidence. So the woman, I don't they know where she they go. She ask question, delay me, ask me. Then she come say, but your file says you're a DJ. I said, oh, I'm an entertainer. I'm a radio DJ. I'm a club DJ. I shall begin to define entertainment for him with a smile, blah, 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 blah. The woman can't look me. Oh, really? With her British accent. So if I told you to entertain me, would you entertain me? Now I lean near him and say, if I told you I was a boxer, will you tell me to box you? The two immigration officers where they decide just burst laughter. She can't turn red. I can't smile. She just give me my paper. Say, make I go, Joe. Baba, if you see the way I run, take off. Baba, waiting. But let's be honest. The moment I collected my EU passport, they don't even look your face. They just collect the passport, scan them, give them back to you. They go. Then I now went and got my cheap EU passport. Oh, UK was so sweet for me to enter them. You not even face immigration. There's just one door. You go there, you put your passport on the door will open, you enter England. It's as simple as that. Nobody will even ask you question, how long are you here for? Where are you going to stay? I just carry my bag, just go there, just hold my passport like this. You get one sensor for the door, just hold your passport like this. The door will just open. Finish. Now so you take enter. So, what am I trying to say in essence? No be today Nigeria take spoil. What was different? Now let me ask you a question. What was different between me in 2006? Sneaking, trying to put myself in the right queue. What was different between me? What was different between me then and me a year later when my EU passport came? I was the same person. I had not grown considerably richer. You don't grow considerably richer in 1 year unless you do Yahoo or you inherit money or you stumble upon some wealth. I was not considerably richer. I was not older within a year. Just one passport changed me from the interrogation. So there we are. But I never see any question where they don't ask me for. So how are you going to get to where you are going? Luckily for me, I go come me where I sabi train, I sabi bus. So I just tell them, say, well, I'm just gonna go here, get a bus card. I have an Oyster card. I come from time to time. I'll just get just top up my Oyster card, take a train all the way to that time. The whole train station in my head. I take a train to here, come out, take the bus 459, go here. I'll just give her my whole description. And I'll see if I'm too tired to, when I come out of the train station, if I'm too tired, I'll just take a taxi. But anyway, and I don't tell my guys to make you pick phone or say they go call them. Sometimes they call, say, are you expecting people? Down go say, oh yeah, I'm expecting people. They can't allow them in. Meanwhile, let me tell you, I went in December 2016. This is the sweetest part. I went in December 2016 and I went through the most grueling questioning of my life. And I went in January 2017 with my EU card without a question. What was the difference between my status in 2006, 2006 December and 2007 January? What changed? A passport. a passport. I was the same. I was as crooked as I was. I did not become born again overnight. The same evil I could have done is the same evil I could have done. But you see, doing evil as a European is different from doing evil as a Nigerian. Now let's rewind to 1974, when Romania was considered third world, Eastern Bloc Europe, and Romanians could not travel to any country except Hungary. My father was in school in Romania. He used to go to the UK visa free with his Nigerian passport to go and work. He used to go to Germany to go and work. So every holiday, my father will go to a new place. This year, this holiday, he will go to Germany. Next holiday, he will go to UK. Next holiday, he will go to France, go and hustle, do holiday job, earn some pounds or some Dutch marks or some whatever money he makes, and come back to Romania. Then when he's going, my mother's family will write lists for my father. Buy jeans, buy this, buy that. They will all write jeans. My father will now wear 8 jeans so that he not declare it at point of entry. He will wear 8 jeans, 7 jackets, 11 t-shirts. You can't swear like Michelin man. Come Romania, come begin to come. People go come line up for Romania. They buy the t-shirt 3 times the price because they could not travel to get it. So my father will go and hustle, make money, then use that money to buy clothes and shoes to come and sell in Romania. Come make even more money, simply because Romanians could not travel to their nearby country. Today, Romania is number 7 in the whole world, passport index. Nigeria is number 80 something. Romania is one of the top 10 passports in the world. Let me show you. Google passport index. I'll show it to you. Global Passport Index. Mm. 2023. Just Google it. If you're watching on TikTok, double click my screen. No, double click my screen. I'm looking for my money guns. Where are my money guns? If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super stickers. Someone says, so you have a Romanian passport. I've had it for 15 years. So this is the passport index. I'm going to show it to you. It's right here. You can Google it on your own phone. Passportindex.org. That's the website. When I get there, it's right here. Let me make it larger. You can see Romania there. That's Romania spelled backwards. That's Romania. With Cyprus and Bulgaria. You can see. Number 8. Before them was number 7. Number 7 is Croatia. That's number 7. Number 8 is Cyprus, Romania, Bulgaria. Number 9 is Malaysia, Monaco. Malaysia is number 9, Monaco is number 10. So a Romanian passport is stronger than a Monaco passport. Hong Kong is number 14. Now, let me take you to Nigeria. Can see Nigeria there? Number 80. Nigeria. 80. Nigeria. Number 80. Nigeria. Romania. see how I had to scroll to get there? That's it, number 8. Romania, number 8. Someone say at least we carry number. The last passport is number 92. And number 32 is Afghanistan. Number 91 is Syria. See countries where we senior. Number 90 is Iraq. See, they see countries where we senior. Number 89 is Somalia. Number 88 is Yemen. Number 87 is Pakistan. Number 86 is Bangladesh. Number 85 is North Korea. Number 84 is Libya and Palestinian territories. Libya and Palestinian territories. Number 83 is South Sudan and Eritrea. Number 82 is Sudan and Ethiopia. Number 81 is Sri Lanka, Congo, and Nepal. And then number 80 is Nigeria, Kosovo, and Iran. We and Iran, they drag passport position. Nigeria and Iran, they drag passport position. Out of the countries where we senior, mention one when we make sense. Shena Iran, Abina Iraq, Abina Sri Lanka, Abina Congo, all these war-torn countries. Abina South Sudan, Abina Libya, Abina North Korea, Abina Bangladesh. Abina Iraq, Abina Syria, Abina Afghanistan. Those are the countries where we senior. No, Nigeria is better than North Korea. Or am I? I'm not even sure again. Where is North Korea? North Korea is 85. Nigeria is 80. Nigeria is better than North Korea. Now, Lebanon is better than Nigeria because Lebanon is 79. Burundi is better than Nigeria. Haiti, Cameroon, Liberia, Djibouti, Chad. Chad is 74. Laos, 32. Egypt, 72. Sorry. Niger Republic, as the poor rich, where would they go save them from their own problem? Their number now 72. They use 8 seniors. Togo, 71. Equatorial Guinea, Mozambique, Madagascar, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Gabon, Burkina Faso, Benin Republic na number 68, Benin seniors. Vietnam, Cambodia, the seniors. Zimbabwe seniors. Uganda na 65. India, Rwanda, Ghana na 64. Gambia, Ghana, Rwanda, Sao Tome, India. They are all on number 64. Nigeria did number 80. 80. Please, if you enjoyed today, just double click my TikTok. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Where are my money guns? I don't talk tire. I'm going to go and rest. Yay! Somebody send me super chats. Somebody send me super chats on YouTube. Douglas says, stop lying to the people. Douglas, as in, what is destiny? So then you are by yourself. I've raptured him. It's a fake account. Fake. Someone said Romania is 17th. Romania is 8. So don't do any. Glenn Anderson. You want it to be 17 so that you can feel good with yourself. It's number 8. Romania is number 8. Let me read all the top, the ones that are number one. Number one is UAE. Number two is Sweden, Germany, Finland, Spain, France, Italy, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Austria, Switzerland. Number three is Denmark, Belgium, Portugal, Norway, Poland, Ireland, South Korea. Number four is Singapore, Greece, Czech Republic, United Kingdom, Hungary, Japan, New Zealand. Number five is Malta, Lithuania, Slovakia, Canada, USA. Yes. Where's your mom? She's coming up too. Oh yeah, tell her to come now so we can eat. United States is number five. Canada is number five. Romania is number 8. USA is number 5. Canada is number 5. Romania is number 8. Give Romania some credit now. Romania is number 8. Glenn Anderson, shut up. You are in Sweden, so. Now you be the maggot with the clean floor for Sweden. Now Lori Brukwa like that. Lori rada. Ó dàbí àkọ́bí àdán. Táwọn ìjì ń sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn ẹran náà ọbẹ̀. Àbọ̀dì ń yọjú. Lithuania is number 5, along with Malta, Canada, United States, and Australia. They are number 5. Number 6, Estonia, Latvia, Slovakia, Liechtenstein. Number 7, Iceland and Croatia. Number 8, Cyprus, Romania, and Bulgaria. America is number 5. Romania is number 8. Think calm. America and Canada are number 5. Now 2 marks, 2 points. Now with your American passport at number 5, you can go to 121 countries. Canada, you can go to 121 countries visa free. With your Romanian passport at number 8, you can go to 119 countries visa free. Now 2 countries, America takes senior Romania. 121 countries visa free. Romania, 119 countries visa free. Nigeria, you can only visit 25 countries visa free. Just 25. Romania 119. USA 121. UAE, Dubai. Number 1. You can visit 127 countries visa free. Sweden 132 countries. No, sorry, 127 visa free, but a total of 180 countries visa on arrival. So if you check America, let me check America again. Total countries, Americans and 173. America and Canada 173. Lithuania 173. Romania 170. Now 3 countries. America takes senior Romania. America and Canada. 3 countries. I don't try. Double click my screen if you're watching on TikTok. I won't go chop. I don't talk too much. Double click my screen. Make I sell my market. Double click my screen. Double click my screen right now. That's why sometimes when Nigeria say they want go war, I don't even know whether to say a good thing or a bad thing. Whether if we could support them for this war, we feel get something. If we support them, we feel maybe we feel if he allow us go more countries. I don't even know. Singapore is number 1 on some lists. I'm talking about passportindex.org. You will get US passport. Will not try. When I try, double click my screen. I'm looking for my number one gifter. Make some noise for my number one gifter. All right, all right, all right. I'm looking for my money gun. Nobody don't buy me money gun today. 195 people watching. I'm not gonna come back in the evening if you guys don't buy my money gun. Yeah, buy my money gun. Buy my money gun. Glenn Anderson, no vex, no vex. Okay, sorry, sorry. But you today, you they bear now. Omanto. If you're watching on Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, Daddy, Daddy, FREEZE. Bottom left hand corner, you see how to buy my stars. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, weary, kia mosa. Big shout out to people. Big shout out to people doing good. Big shout out to you guys. I'm coming back at 11 o'clock. I just want to see like 5 money guns before I go. Make I no say. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. St. Kitts. Baba, an assignment with that. So where I want to take a look. I know say Nigeria go day back and Romania go day front. That's why it's easy to search. Filter reports, countries. Where is St. Kitts, Africa? I don't know where St. Kitts is. Oh yeah, we're Kiyamasa. Oh yeah, we're Kiyamasa. Caribbean. We could have checked out ourselves. Hand they pay me. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Double click my screen. Double click my screen. Lizzie Clark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What's for dinner? Oha soup with fresh fish. Someone said it's in the middle of the month. Double click my screen. No, double click my screen. We're having fun. I'm not preaching. Let me sell my market. St. Kitts number 22. Yeah, but you know I don't eat swallow, so I not that I love swallow. I love amala, I love lafun, I love fufu, I love inyan. Hey, Lizzie Clark, don't buy my first money gun. That's my number one gift. Everybody follow Lizzie Clark. Follow Lizzie Clark. Follow Lizzie Clark. Follow Lizzie Clark. So with my oha soup, I'm just eating eko. And why am I eating eko? Because eko is the least. I don't burn. I don't work out. I try to walk. I try to do a few things, but I'm not a workout person. I don't like exercise, and I don't get energy for them. So I try to watch my diet. So I eat eko. Lizzie Clark, yeah. Oh yeah. Double click my screen. Double click my screen. Double click my screen. That's my number one gifter. No buffet today. No buffet. Did I post last Sunday's buffet? Chai. Let me check. Did I post last Sunday? Because I've been getting so stressed these days. Did I post last Sunday's buffet? Oh, yes, I did. I remembered. Sometimes I actually forget to. Last Sunday's buffet, I did. I did. Do you know, previous Sunday I forgot. But if any day you miss it on my page, just know that Taste Buds will post it. Someone said driving an Aston Martin is enough workout. I wish I had an Aston Martin. That would not have been a bad idea. Please, does she do buffet for clients? Yes, now, why not? Tommy, why not? They have a whole industrial kitchen. Igbo people have the best soups. That I can never disagree. I'm Yoruba. I like our gbegiri. And I like our gbegiri wedu, abula. I love it. But when it comes to soups, Igbo and Calabar, now them get soup. Igbo and Calabar, now them get soup. Igbo, Calabar, Akwa Ibom. Finish. Soup finish there. My favorite soups are Afang, Edikai Kong, bitter leaf. Bitter leaf is Igbo. Bitter leaf, Oha. Then Niger Delta, I love their banga. Even though banga contains a lot of oil, so I'm avoiding it, but I love banga. Banga is my life. Double click my screen if you're watching on TikTok. Big shout out to my TikTok people. As when I decide, say, I've not really eaten Hausa food. I'm not crazy about, what's this thing called? Tuwo. I'm not crazy about. I didn't like it as a child. Maybe because my mother made it and she made it Romanian way. You know, I never used to eat at home when I was growing up because my mother always tried to make Nigerian food with plenty tomato like it was Romanian. So I never used to enjoy it. But I love my mom when she makes Oyibo food. She's very good at it. But when it comes to Nigerian food, nah, I never used to eat it at home. I used to go and eat outside. So from when I was young, now I don't like house food. House food, they go remove the oil, they go remove this, they go put the salt small, they go want to do healthy. Baba, I was 15 years old. The last thing on my mind was healthy living. I wanted to eat sweet food. I wanted to eat sweet food. Me? Black soup. I don't know black soup. I don't know. I know white soup. White soup is also very nice. I like white soup. Groundnut soup, I don't mind. I don't mind. Okay, guys. Since I know I did hear the gist, una no gree buy star, una no gree buy super chat, una no gree buy super stickers. I can't sit down here. They follow una the gist. Oh yeah, make everybody they go. I don't tire. Bye.